Welcome to this episode of ATS Fully Engaged Battlefield Walkaround. ATSFE BWs are created to discuss the historical situation, components, especially those missing and or required for play, VAT support, if any, then a deep dive into the counters, scenarios, module notes, the other Battlefield Walkarounds, and the map. In today's episode, I'll be taking a look at Tobruk. This is the BYOC Tobruk. So that's the Bring Your Own Counters Tobruk module. So let's take a look at what you get in just the general components to start off with. First, you get a nice folio to put everything in. We have the maps, and you get two of them, so I'll explain to that in a little bit. You get 24 scenarios, so you get all 24 scenarios in this. So this has all the expansions for the BYOC, or to Bring Your Own Counters module. You will see that they are in color and everything along those lines, so those come with it. And then also, you will get every single AFV card that you need. There's 9 sheets here for any of the battles that are required. Now, what is not included in this, and it does not need, is the actual module notes. Obviously, ATS, the Advanced Tobruk system, this was the initial requirement. So these are all updated, and you can use any version of the ATS rules. That's the 3.0 rules, 3.09, or the current 4.1 rules, or whatever they are. So you do get all these nice modules. So you'll get through all the scenarios. Now, again, as I said, they do not come with any counters, so you will need all the counters. I've got enough games that I'm pretty sure I have all the counters, or at least I have plenty of the counters to play most of the scenarios. As I go through, I may have to order some, but in this case, I'm pretty sure I've got most of them, so I shouldn't need to order them. But you do get all 24 scenarios with that. So those are what you come with. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at the map. And like I said, you get 2 maps. So there is one other thing I forgot to get out. You get all of, and because I had these in the maps, you get all of the cutouts with it. It looks like you get 2 of all of them. And you do have the little desert rat icon. So that's 1. That's 2. And we have 3 here. So you get all 3 of them. So you get the cutouts, the overlays, the map, which they give you 2, 24 scenarios, and all the cards that you will need to use in this module. Now, let me go ahead and get the map set up, and we'll go from there. So I have set up one of the maps here for you. You do get 2 of these maps. They are in 4 panels each, so we have 8 panels total. And the reason being is that several of the scenarios actually use 2 full map sheets. So you would set them up, and I will go through the scenarios, and we'll take a look at the scenarios one at a time, or go through them, and I can show you that several of them will take 2 scenarios to go through. Now, one thing I did want to go over real quick is with the overlays, because as you can see, this is a terrain-less map. So this way they can be fought in different places. There are, of course, the overlays that you'll put in. So we have our overlay here. So I've pulled this one out specifically because on the first scenario, it will tell you place terrain with XY coordinates following H8 FF4 GG5. Okay, so what that means is you take H8, which is this one right here. You make sure the X and the Y coordinates. So the X and Y would go FF4 and GG5. So FF4, GG5, they're up here. So it would look probably something like this on the map. Well, obviously this will be cut out, but it'd be looked up here. One thing I will say, there are several people that have come up with quite a few innovations on how to put it in, some double-sided sticky tape, things like that. Removable, of course. We don't want to use permanent. So if you're interested in what other people have used, this would definitely be on the Facebook, the ATS Facebook page. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna so you do get two of these maps, again, 24 by 36, and they're exactly the same. So that way you can go through it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use the go through the scenarios, and I can show you the scenarios where they will actually use the both sets of maps and how they're lined up. So let's take a look at those scenarios again. So in this case, you'll only use one map sheet, and you'll use the entire map sheet with that. Don't let the lines fool you. It's generally just a kind of a suggestion of where things are at. Second map right here, again, only uses one. In this case, you're only using A through S, so you're only using this small part here as is for that scenario. Scenario 3 only uses one. Now we're getting into the multiple maps. So if you notice, most of them are turned vertically and they're next to each other. So you end up with a 4x6 map that you'll be using for these particular scenarios. And of course they do tell you. So here we go. Another one, the map layout is vertical instead of horizontal. It is only a single mapper. Back to some horizontal, vertical maps. Vertical single map scenarios. This one's using a smaller map setup. So this is hex numbers less than or equal to 15 in play. This one uses the whole sheet, but definitely has quite a few of the terrain features on it. 16. Again, in this case, you're using only a small portion of one map. So in this case, A through V. So you could literally only use two of the panels, two of the left side panels on this one. This one's a full size. 18 again, one full size map. 19, one full size map. Again, taking a look at the full size maps. So there are quite a few that only use one of the full-size maps, and there's several that use the larger ones. So again, we have 24 scenarios, a good mixture of scenarios with that. That's all I've got for today's episode of ATSFE Battlefield Walkaround on the BYOC Tobruk module. If you got any questions or comments, I'd be happy to hear them. So again, a summary of what you get. You get 24 scenarios. You get all the cards for them, all the AFV cards. You get two maps, 24 by 36, but they're cut into 4 map panels, as well as you get overlays and this nice decorative feeling. So with that, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, again, as we've said, please put them into the comments, and we'll get to you as soon as possible. With that, thank you very much. Bye.